Hey everyone, what's up? I am CTNB Emotionless, you can call me Savage, and I'm skipping the stereotypical dubstep intro just to get straight to the point, and that is to not waste your money on the next Destiny expansion. And of course, I will give you legit reasons why. This has been a popular trend within the Destiny community to get overhyped about any future content that is to come to Destiny, but always leads to absolute disappointment. The moment Destiny was announced, millions of people were hyped about its soon to come existence, and I understand why. It's because of the company name Bungie. The company that every gamer had trusted simply because of how great Halo was. Halo is the pride and joy of Microsoft, so of course us gamers had trusted them. Even people who never play Halo believed in Bungie's capabilities. Unfortunately, for the past few years, Bungie has been doing some real shady shit with Destiny from day one. With Year 1 Destiny being the most disappointing game of the year due to the lack of content and story, even though we have officially reached Year 3 of Destiny, the content that has been given to us through Rise of Iron was less than Year 1. So far, Rise of Iron was the most disappointing expansion thus far. Now, who honestly understands what the fuck is going on in this story? Because I'm more lost than a child who let go of his mother's hand in a grocery store. And don't you dare tell me to look at the Grimoire cards, because I refuse to download some app or look up a wiki to learn the story of a game. The lore of Destiny is more difficult to figure out than Dark Souls series. In Dark Souls, you're able to figure out everything by the gear and equipment you acquire and by listening to the dialogue of characters. Sometimes you'll have to replay the game multiple times to understand the lore of a single character. If there's one thing Destiny and Dark Souls have in common, it's that you can play without knowing anything about the story. But the major difference is you can find the story within the game in Dark Souls. Another issue Destiny has is the same amount of content it tends to have. For example, the Taken King was originally supposed to be part of Year 1 Destiny, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if Year 3 Destiny is also cut content of Year 1. Now the only thing that's supporting this thought is what Rise of Iron gave us in the first place. All Rise of Iron gave us was a new area to explore on Earth, a new social area, and a new raid. There's no way they've been working real hard for this expansion, and to be honest, that is complete utter bullshit. They have no excuse for giving us such little content that they decided to give us. We can also look at the expansions in the past that Bungie likes to make us pay an unreasonable amount for their DLC, and possibly months later end up having some sale that makes more sense than the original price. This is the main reason you should not be buying the next expansion. We all know that Bungie is going to perform a sale for the next 2 expansions, so why not wait it out and save a little money in the long run? It would be beneficial for you just to hold off until the second expansion of Year 3 Destiny. Now I've discussed this with some Destiny players who have been around with Destiny since Year 2. And of course they're going to think this expansion was great, and that they're going to proudly get the next DLC. Year 2 Destiny was when the game felt a little bit more complete and had added some mechanics that had improved gameplay, PvE, and easier to grind on levels. They even lied to themselves and say that Rise of Iron was a great release. It just pisses me off because of how much of a disappointment it really was. I feel like Rise of Iron was like a new girl that you hear about that will be moving to your neighborhood. You have 2 people who apparently know this girl. We'll call them Amy and Betty. Amy sends you messages to let you know how awesome this new girl is and tells you all of this girl's new features. And Betty shows you pictures of this new girl, but only 27% of her face, but they're all hella good angles. Now you are excited to see this girl in person. So you go and buy some new clothes, look good, maybe buy her a heartwarming, housewarming gift, and finally the day comes after all the hype from her friends and she's beautiful. But something's off and you can't figure out why or what. And then you realize she's dumb. Her intelligence is just underdeveloped, not even above average. So she's not your type mentally. So you think, hey, she's cute and maybe she has a really nice personality. You introduce yourself and she says, bring my things in and buy me stuff. Now if you're lost, Amy is Activision and Betty is Bungie. They keep lying and telling you great things about this girl, and when you meet her, she's a bitch. Not only does this bitch make you carry her things, also known as shitty content, she expects you to buy her things which she clearly doesn't deserve. And just like a dumbass, you buy her stuff such as dance moves and shaders and stuff, hoping it will make things better. The main point is that Bungie and Activision got us excited for this small, minuscule expansion that wasn't even necessary, and the main reason was they wanted to distract us from the fact that Destiny 2 was supposed to come out this fall. And it worked. Well, temporarily. Based off the fact that they knew that Destiny 2 wasn't ready, and because it was most likely similar to the first release of Destiny and didn't want to disappoint its cancerous fan base community. So what does Bungie and Activision do to make sure their fans don't write? They make this lazy creation that a 5th grader could make with the new characters that no one cares about, another area to waste your time in, and associate us as necessary as a third testicle. The one thing that pisses me off the most is that there's this retarded request where you have to do 15 patrol missions, 5 of them being assassination, 5 being kill patrols, 3 being quarantine, and 2 being where the fuck you want. And for some reason, whenever you complete almost all the patrol necessary, if you're looking for a specific patrol mission, you're gonna be there for a while. Here's a hypothesis that I came up with why they had done this. This is so players can be on the game longer, looking for those missions. They want people to play this game longer so it feels like there's so much content, much wow. When I got to that mission, it took me hours to find at least 1 kill mission, and I have 3 more to look for. It doesn't help that the PvE is so stale that it feels like I'm eating a bag of chips that have been open for about 3 weeks. And this is why I'm saying you should not pre-order the next expansion that will be coming out. Because Bungie and Activision are going to keep doing this kind of crap to you. Buying their content immediately is as if you went to the store and tried to buy some food, and once you finish paying the employee, he slaps you in the face. If you were to be slapped by that employee, would you still be going back to that store? Of course not. But not only should you not be buying fair, at least immediately, I would complain to the big man, stop the employee from even working there. But guess what? The only difference is the big man doesn't give a shit about you. They just want your money. They just want your money. And for the life of me, stop buying the dumb microtransaction. It's a waste of money and it serves literally no purpose at all. I will admit that even I think it's really funny to have random dance parties. But it's not worth buying the silver, which is obviously a trap to make you buy more silver. I never bought a single piece of silver, simply because it leaves you with an unbalanced amount, so you end up buying more to compensate for that other dance that comes out in the future. It'll just throw you right back to being left with an uneven amount in your silver. It's just dumb to buy something that's worth the same amount as a default dance move, which is nothing if you're somehow confused. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, cookies and milk. And the savage inquiry of the day, were you satisfied or disappointed with the rise of Iron? And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
What's up? It's Total Cash. It's Total Cash. I helped you with the peekaboo and fucking spray. Yeah, me too. He wants a pound. Yeah. Alright, okay, yeah, I got you. Hey, yo, Choco Thunderga.